So guys, in this video we will be taking a look at this SMB enumeration. Before enumerating SMB port, we will take a look at some theory of this SMB. SMB stands for server message block, and it's widely used in Windows systems and also in Linux systems. This is mainly used in Windows systems, but coming to this Linux systems, there is a software called Samba, and we can connect to those Windows SMB shares using this Samba software. So what this SMB shares are means, SMB is a protocol allows you to share your resources to other computers in an organization. It's used for network sharing your files over the network. It's used for sharing the files, printers, and any whatever resource the server can provide. So if you set up any like domain of some network, say 20 computers, and if you allowed a folder for the file sharing, then you can access using the you can access the file using this SMB port. So that is the function of this SMB service, and this SMB service is like one of the favorite ports for the pen tester, because there are so many exploits regarding this SMB, and it is also very vulnerable. And you can see that a few years ago there is an attack called WannaCry ransomware, and it is based on this SMB vulnerability. Attackers, they took the advantage of this SMB vulnerability, and then they created a ransomware and then attacked this Windows XP machines. So this SMB is very popular, and if you find any SMB port, you need to be carefully pen test the port. So let's get started. My Metasploit 2 is running, and we can just do the nmap quickly, and it's let me quickly do the ping sweep. So this is my router, and this is my phone, this is my Kali Linux machine, and this one may be the Metasploit 2. Let us check this one. This Metasploit 2 will contain so many open ports. As you can see, it's made vulnerable for all these ports, and this SMB port will run on the two ports based on the server, that is 139 and 445. These two ports can be used for SMB service. You can see there is two services running on NetBIOS SSN and Microsoft DS. So these are the SMB services, and let me scan only these two ports. So I'm giving the -p option and followed by 139 comma 445. So we are concentrating only on these two ports in this video. So okay, now let me do the version scanning. So we have got this versions on 139, it's and 445. So the same server is running, and the version number of Samba server is in between 3.3 and 4. So you can just Google for those SMB version exploits, SMB exploits based on these version numbers. So what we can do is we can also run the default scripts. We are running these default scripts only on these two ports, 139 and 445. So meanwhile I will show you the NSC scripts. How can we use these NSC scripts? If you type locate.nsc, and we will get all the NSC scripts. I want only SMB, so that's why I want to grep for SMB, right? So you can see there are so many NSC scripts related to SMB, SNMP brute force, SNMP double parser, and the enum enumeration scripts. It will get the domain and names and the processes and services, also sessions and shares. You can pretty much use this SMB enum shares to get some what files and folders are being shared on those server, and you can also flood that computer. And you can see here the important ones are SMB vuln CVEs. So these we can perform against this server metasploitable to whether to check if any if that machine is vulnerable to any of these exploits or not. So sorry, why did I copy? So we have got some more information by using the default scripts. You can see this is a metasploitable and this is a domain name, and it has a work group, and we have also got this OS discovery using this SMB service. So we got the computer running is a Unix, and the computer name is metasploitable, and NetBIOS computer name. NetBIOS is network basic input output system, and this computer does not have a NetBIOS name. I don't think so. So this computer name can be used to access any shares using directly this computer name, not instead of IP address. So it has a domain name, local domain, and the fully qualified domain name is metasploitable.local domain. And you can see SMB security mode, account user guest authentication level user. So there are username and the passwords. Maybe yes, any administrator can put the username and the passwords. But what we are going to do is we are going to enumerate some more. You can say script is equals to. So let me check all these vulnerabilities. What I want to type is SMB vuln. So vuln is common in all those. I can say vuln star. So now previous information has been got again about this SMB version numbers, and also you can see results. SMB vuln to this MS10.054 is false and MS10.061 false. So these two exploits failed. So we can also see it executed some script and it also failed. So like this way, if there are any true cases, Nmap will show us for us. So let me do the enum shares to check any shares available to list all the folders that are being shared on that server. So alright, there are some shares we can see. Account user blank, that means anonymous login is allowed. We can see admin dollar, this is the admin share, and the IPC dollar, and you can see opt, and the you can see also the absolute path, the print dollar, which is generally used for any printers, and you can see there is a temp folder that is also being shared, and it has the comment oh nos. Okay, so one more tool is nbt scan to list to tell the domain name of this machine. All you want to do is nbt scan the IP address of that machine. So we have got this NetBIOS name metasploitable. So in the previous Nmap scan we did not get the NetBIOS name. From the nbt scan we can get this NetBIOS name, that is metasploitable too. Now I want to say that we need to use some tools to connect to this SMB shares. Those are SMB map and SMB client. So there are a lot of options we can use for this SMB map. So we will use the basic options. You can see the example SMB map minus u username and the password and the domain name and the host name and the IP address. So let us use this. So we know that there is anonymous login because we have got the shares. Let's check this anonymous login. If you don't give any username and the password for the SMB map, it will assume the null session or anonymous login. So I think null sessions and anonymous logins are different. So authentication error on this IP address. So let me type a username. I know this will be wrong. Just to demonstrate you that you can log in if you have the username and the password. You can see authentication error on 192.168.0.101. Okay, this is the SMB map, and we will see another one called SMB client. And all you need to do is SMB client minus L, minus capital L, to list all the shares from this from the computer 192.168.0.101. So if you use it the Windows, if you access these file shares from the Windows, you can see, you can connect to these file shares using the double backslash. That's Windows convention. If you remember that, it will be the double backslash. But in the Linux, this backslash contains some special value. To remove that, we need to put another backslash. So let me hit enter. So you can see this protocol negotiation failed, disconnected. So this is the error I got from this Kali Linux 2020 machine, and I searched for this error and I have got the solution. And what you want to do is, you need to put double forward slashes. I need to set an option called client minimum protocol is equals to NT1. So this minimum protocol will use it for SMB client if the server side protocol is very old version. Now I want to type in my Kali Linux password, Kali, and there you go. We got the shares names, and we can see the exact share names we got from the nmap SMB enum shares script. We see the print $temp opt IPC admin etc. So now let me connect to these shares and let's see what's inside these shares. So okay, I will just remove this L and I need to specify slash, let's say temp. So I need to type in the password. So we can see anonymous login successful, and I can say help to get the help commands I can run. So this is similar to this FTP command line. You can say ls. So we have got these files. I think these are not very much interested. So let me exit out of this and let me go into this opt. So it says that a login successful, but we got the denied because anonymous login is not enough for this opt, and we try to log in as admin dollar. Maybe we get the same error. So only some of these shares are allowed for the anonymous login, and some other shares are not available for the anonymous login. So this is all these commands you need to remember. But there is one more tool called enum for Linux. This will do every enumeration possible for the SMB server, SMB service, RDUnit type is enum for Linux minus A for all types of enumeration, and you need to specify the IP address. So as you can see, it got bunch of information. This is target and the RID range, and the username blank, password is blank, known usernames. It just predicted the usernames, administrator, guest, domains, root, domain admins, root, and etc. And the got domain work group name, that is work group. And you can see there are so many services. You can see the MAC address are nulls, and session checking on this IP address. Server does not allow session using username empty and the password null. So since we do not get this enum for Linux failed to log in via anonymous, then it aborted all the remaining of tests. So these are pretty much these tools you can use against this SMB enumeration to get much more juicy information. Okay, that's all about this SMB enumeration. If you confused now, then we will do some of the TryHackMe rooms, and then I will show you how these actually we connect to the shares and how we get information. So no need to worry about these videos, are just to demonstrate you that these tools are available for these purposes.